it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your November 2020 mid-month general reading. So we're looking at the last 2 weeks of November, and this reading is for the water sign of Cancer. Welcome everyone. I hope you're all safe and well as we continue to transition into the winter season and the holiday season. So for those of you who are celebrating Thanksgiving, I hope you have a wonderful, happy, and safe holiday. Thank you for taking the time to join us today, for hitting the like button, the subscribe button, for all of your support, feedback, comments, donations, all welcome and all appreciated. Thank you so much. So this reading is for the water sign of Cancer. Cancer Sun, Cancer Moon, Cancer Rising, if your Venus is in Cancer, or if you are cross-watching for a Cancerian, it's all relevant. And watch all of your signs if you know them, because general readings, of course, resonate a little differently, and watching all of your signs can bring in a little different insight and perspective into what's going on in your life. And if you do find that any of the readings do resonate with you and you'd like to reach out for a personal reading, take a deeper look at something, you can click on the description link below where you'll see some contact details. You can email me at maggie1maguire@gmail.com. I'd be delighted to hear from you. I can usually respond within the same day with more information. I do offer a wide variety of readings in all areas of life. And as we are approaching the holiday season, personal readings do make great gifts for friends, family, and loved ones. And also quite popular this time of year are the 6 and 12-month overviews that I do, which kind of give a little heads up about the next 6 or 12 months, which can be particularly helpful as we move towards the end of an old year and the beginning of a new one, so something else to keep in mind. I do readings full-time, so I'm pretty diligent at working with everyone's schedules to get those readings set up as quickly as possible. All right, Cancer, let's see what the last 2 weeks of November are holding for you. I am using a new deck today, a beautiful new deck called Tarot of Dreams. Even the back side of the cards are quite lovely. The artwork is quite amazing on these, although they're a little bit bigger than I'm used to. Okay, Cancer. All right, Cancer, we begin with the Sun. What an absolutely beautiful way to begin. Also has a positive effect on all the other cards in the spread too. We have the 9 of Wands. Faith, also called the Hierophant in other decks. The Hanging Man, which goes under the Sun, so you're waiting for some pressure to be lifted, which makes sense because the 9 of Wands represents being almost at the end of something challenging. Palace of Wands. So in this particular deck, the artist Cyril Marchetti, which most of you know is my favorite tarot artist so far, he added what you might call a 5th court card for each suit. And this represents either the physical environment in which all the players of that suit can be in, the actual physical environment, or the absolute full achievement of the energy of that suit. A goal, which this is Wands, so it's fire energy, so creative, inspiration, passion, desire, something you want, which is represented by the palace, particularly the tower at the structure at the top, which is on top of a mountain, which implies that the climb might be a bit long and challenging, but it's definitely attainable. Or it can represent the actual physical environment. Waiting for something that you want, waiting for something to manifest or something to materialize, I'm getting. So what's under Faith? The 8 of Wands. Movement, action, travel, communication. From the bottom of the deck, representing overall energy for the last 2 weeks of November, we have 2 cards. We have the Queen of Coins and the Magician. They both came out together, although the Queen of Coins is first. So Cancer, it feels like you're pretty busy kind of focusing on doing your own thing, maybe focusing on your financial and material happiness and well-being, the creature comforts around you and in your home environment, and kind of being on top of that here with the Queen of Coins, the Queen of Earth, the Queen of, you know, the physical world, your environment, your creature comforts, your material things, your finances, and doing quite well for these 2 weeks, manifesting what you want, which is what the Magician represents. The Magician knows how to manifest, and actually so does the Queen of Coins, because she's the Queen of Earth. She's a very practical, capable, resourceful person. She, like the Magician, knows how to say, okay, this is what I want, this is the vision I have, so I'm going to take the idea I have and pair it with my skills and talents and abilities and the knowledge and experience that I have and the hard work to actually make what I want manifest into reality, because it takes a combination of things. You can't just sit and visualize it. You have to do the work and pull the things together and all of that. So you're doing that. You're doing that probably in your physical environment. I mean, we are approaching the holiday seasons and Thanksgiving. Maybe you're kind of preparing for that, getting things ready, indulging in some stuff, and generally doing quite well, particularly financially and materially. But underneath that, you're like waiting for something. Waiting for something to materialize, waiting for something to happen. Because we have, on the top row of cards, the underlying row of cards are clarifying and kind of the energy that's running underneath this 2-week time period. We have the Sun, which is beautiful energy, the most positive card in the tarot, particularly in its ability, just like the real Sun, to influence everything around it. It acts as a boost to positive cards, and it acts as a lessener to more challenging cards. The Sun is light, love, warmth, laughter. The Sun literally coming out, vacation, pressures being uplifted, restrictive energies loosening up or even going away. Beautiful, beautiful energy, clarity, illumination. But underneath it we have the Hanging Man. So you're watching something playing out, you're gaining information, you're not taking any action yet, you're waiting. You're hanging there watching something playing out. But I mean, overall, Cancer, it's quite a good reading. I think you're in a very good place, but underneath there's this energy of waiting. So let's keep going here. So we have the Nine of Wands, tens being completion in the tarot, something coming full circle. The Nine of Wands represents taking a break when you're close to the end of something because you feel tired, maybe discouraged, maybe feeling like giving up. Sometimes this is the Dark Night of the Soul card, although sitting next to the Sun, that would lighten that up quite a bit. So it can be about, you know, again, you're very close to being at the end of something that's been very challenging and difficult, and it's a question of just kind of pushing through that last mile. And under that we have the Palace of Wands here. I don't think this is really related to your actual physical environment as much as it is what you want, what you envision, that you're waiting for, because this is right next to the Hanging Man, this Palace of Wands. Something that you want. It could be your physical home environment, but it's not what it is yet. I think for you, Cancer, the Palace of Wands represents something that you really want to manifest, something you have a lot of creativity, inspiration, passion, and desire, whether it's something to do with your home or something to do with your job or a relationship that is attainable because it's here. But in vulnerable moments you might doubt, because maybe it's been such a climb already, and it doesn't, maybe I mean, the Nine of Wands and the Palace of Wands can represent, you know, that you've been trying to reach this or trying to manifest this for so long. Should you just give up, maybe? But then we have Faith, also called the Hierophant, which represents convention, tradition, the establishment. But Faith represents actually having faith in those things. Faith in the institution, faith in religion, faith in God, faith in the institution of marriage, faith in the government. You know, this represents really believing in and having faith in what is concrete and established, because that's the way it's been for a long time. Here in this spread, Cancer, faith would literally mean having faith, a belief in something. What clarifies that? The Eight of Wands. Forward movement, action, communication, travel. Again, you're doing well. You're doing the thing, you're manifesting the thing, you're taking care of yourself, your environment, fixing things up, feeling materially pretty good with yourself and in a good place there too. But underneath this waiting for something to happen, waiting for something to manifest, which I think sometimes you may have these moments of despair as to whether or not it's going to, and should you keep investing in it. But then this faith that something is actually coming, that the progress is coming, that it's coming. And it could be too, because we're kind of entering the holiday season, for some of you, home for the holidays is what kind of stuck in my mind. Home for Christmas or home for the holidays. It could be waiting for someone to come home for the holidays, or you're waiting to go somewhere for the holidays, or being with your loved one or loved ones during the holidays as well. And having faith that that's actually going to materialize, that that's going to manifest. For others of you, whatever it is that this vision you have or what you're hoping for, yeah, it's having this really strong faith. What is this about? The Lovers. A relationship. A decision about a relationship, a decision that affects a relationship in a pretty significant way. I'm going to switch to a different deck to clarify further. Okay. Let's clarify the Sun and the Hanging Man. You're waiting for the Sun. You're waiting for something beautiful that the Sun brings. An uplifting of energy. I'm seeing just kind of a link between the Sun, the Palace of Wands, and the Eight of Wands. It's progress towards what you want. It's something to do with a relationship. It may be a relationship which hasn't come to the fruition that you want it to, and you're maybe just trying to continue to have faith in it. Or some kind of decision that's going to bring the two of you together and take you further down the road. The Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment. Getting what you want, getting more than what you want, your cup's overflowing. That's what you're waiting for. I keep getting this strong message too of somebody returning home. Maybe it was, maybe you weren't sure if they were going to return home. Traveled to see you, or you traveled to see them. Let's clarify the Nine of Wands and the Palace of Wands, because this is sometimes losing faith that what you want is actually achievable or real or attainable. It's like the struggle to have faith, or the struggle to keep a faith, which I think has been carrying you for quite some time. Maybe in the middle of the last 2 weeks of November, you just fall into a period of doubt. The Star. Restored faith, renewed hope in what you want. It is the other wish fulfillment cards, yeah. So it looks like you fall into maybe a short period of doubt as to whether what you want, or how you want this to continue further and manifest, is whether it's actually going to happen or not. Should I still have faith? Should I still keep believing, or am I just fooling myself? But then after that, we have faith and the Eight of Wands. And it might be that this faith is what brings in that movement, that activity, that person. Clarify that. Clarify faith. Faith is also, again, the Hierophant. In other decks, it's called the Hierophant. Clarify faith and the Eight of Wands. The Hierophant. So we have faith and the Hierophant. Two different decks, it's the same card. A lot of faith. And it might be faith, that faith in God's Spirit, the universe and God, is that unshakable faith that brings in this the thing that you want. Let's pull one more card for the Lovers. So we know that this whole thing is about the Lovers. It's about some kind of relationship. And there might be a pretty significant and profound crossroads decision that's either about the relationship or that might be in another area of life, but that's going to have a profound effect on the situation or relationship. I don't feel like the two of you are together. And I mean you might be together emotionally and committed wise, but I don't feel like geographically you're together physically, because there's too much of waiting and travel and somebody coming back in, or you going to them, and you're doing well, you're just kind of like a waiting for someone to come home for the holidays, or vice versa. The Hermit clarifies the Lovers. So yeah, you guys are either distance-wise separated or emotionally separated, or there's some kind of, separation, thinking, contemplating kind of going on here. And, we're looking at a short period of time, Cancer, and this is what's playing out during that period of time. You're doing well. You're staying on top of stuff, taking care of yourself, maybe even indulging in taking care of yourself in some different ways, and the people around you, your family, your home, your environment. And money-wise, the Magician with the Queen of Coins' overall energy is awesome. You guys looks like you're steady and stable and doing well there. You're manifesting, Ace of Cups, final message. Emotional renewal coming in, the heart opening up again. It can be, new love and romance, although there's all this history here and faith and all of that. But for some of you, it might be, that what you really want to manifest, that what that Palace of Wands represents to you, that you feel very discouraged on sometimes, is having that new love and romance coming in. It might be that for you, and you've just got this, while you may fall into these periods of doubt or despair, this faith is bringing you through it. You're still holding on to this faith. And in the end, it might be that faith that brings God's Spirit, your angels and guides, brings this in for you, that actually manifests that, because you are full of manifestation this week as the Magician. So really quite a lovely reading. So Cancer, that is your reading for the last 2 weeks of November. I hope that you enjoyed it or found it helpful and useful in some way. Again, if you'd like to take a deeper look at something, reach out for a personal reading for yourself or as a gift for someone else. Just click on the description link below. Feel free to email me directly at Maggie1Maguire@gmail.com. I would be most happy to hear from you. I will see you all in a couple of weeks for the December general readings. Until then, stay safe and well. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving, and I hope to see you back here again soon. Bye-bye.